Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we're going to do a vlog and an unboxing all in one. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is not the unboxing. We're going to save that. First thing we're going to do is have a little chat. We're going to have a talk. I don't think this first topic is something I've ever actually talked about on an open format like this. I mean, I've answered some people's questions before and talked about it like on a per comment basis, but I think I'm going to talk about it now very briefly, just so you guys know where I'm coming from in general. And so this topic is my reviews. I often get people that want to argue with me in the comments and things like that, and so maybe this will quell some of that. I don't know, but it'll at least be hopefully informative and maybe interesting for the majority of you. So the purpose of my action figure reviews is to inform you guys. That's it. I want you guys to have the most information you can have about a figure before you buy it. Or maybe if you've already purchased it and you want to know something about it, that's what I do this for. That's why my reviews are focused on the technical aspects of the figures. Is the paint job good? Is the sculpting good? Maybe the anatomy's accurate, maybe it's not. Things like that. How's this articulation? Is the figure supposed to have a lot of articulation? Does the articulation work? Things like that. All of these things are objective qualities of the figure. You can measure whether or not they are successful by looking at and observing and knowing about figures. So, if I tell you a piece of articulation doesn't work, there's really no question about that. It either works or it doesn't work. So that's why that kind of thing is the focus of my reviews. Now, sure, I do mix in my opinions about things, but I make sure to point that out as I go. Like I'll say, it's not my personal preference to have it this way, but that's just me, so that's going to be up for you to decide. So the ultimate outcome of a review, when I give my suggestion or my recommendation, that is a subjective thing. So if I say a figure I think is something I don't recommend, that's just my final thoughts based on what I've given you. What I want you to do then is to use the information I've given you to come up with your own thoughts. Consider maybe whether or not I recommend it, since I know a lot about action figures, but it's still up to you to decide. And so that's where the whole opinion thing comes in. You can't really question something that is a fact about the figure, but what is up for debate is whether or not you like the figure. And that's what really matters. If the figure has bad articulation but you still like it, that's fine. That's absolutely great. You got a figure you like. It doesn't matter that I said it has bad articulation if you like it. You don't need to argue with me that I said I don't recommend it. It's perfectly good. If you guys like every figure I show, even if I don't recommend them, that's fine. That means you're making purchases you're happy about. It's perfectly good. Or if I do recommend a figure that you actually don't like, it's okay. I've given you the information. You are supposed to use that information and do with it what you please. So hopefully that's cleared it up a little bit for those of you that are maybe curious about why my reviews are the way they are. That's it. That's the whole deal. That's my thing. I want you guys to be able to make better informed decisions and to be happy about your purchases. Hopefully I can help that by doing what I do. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is the winner of the holiday contest, wherein I gave the Awakening Goku and the yellow aura effect parts away as a prize for whoever gave me the photo I liked the best. I got a lot of entries, guys. I wasn't expecting it to be so active, so thanks for that. That was really cool. A lot of you had some really good photos. I want to say there were over 300. We had a lot of posts. There were over 400 comments in the section. I don't remember the numbers anymore. I haven't been sleeping a lot, so numbers aren't working. But we had many hundreds of entries. Lots and lots of photos, because that was most of you doing 2 photos. So I went through a lot of photos, and a lot of them were really cool and really good. But I had to pick a winner. That's how these things work. So unfortunately, many of you are going to be disappointed because I can only pick one out of hundreds. That's just the way it works. Sorry. But the winner is the guy who took this photo. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants his name to be spread out like this. But I did ask him and he said I could post the photo. So I'm going to post that on the screen now so you can see it. The reason I picked this photo is because it met my criteria. Wow. He had met the criteria of having 2 figures of any variety any style pose. That's all I really said. So 2 figures, but I really liked the composition of his photo. The way it's got the out of focus background, the out of focus foreground, and then the figures in the middle. The lighting was nice. The color was nice. It just had a really nice overall quality to it. A nice finish, I guess you could say. Just really liked it. It was a very nice photo, so that's why he won. If you guys cannot, some of you I'm sure are going to be fine. Most of you will be fine seeing that somebody else won. But if you are one of those people that wants to complain about the winner, don't do that, because you will not be allowed to participate in the next giveaway. It's just not cool. I have to pick a winner. I know it sucks that you didn't win, but let's just be happy for the guy that did, accept that it's a really cool photo, and move on and be happy about it, okay? Don't throw a fit, please, and don't say it's a bad photo and all this other stuff. That's not cool. You're just going to make this a bad experience and maybe ruin it for everybody. So let's not do that. Okay, so now, that's all I really wanted to talk about at this point. I just did a lot of talking about Star Wars in the other video, and that's enough talking for me for now, especially since I have to do more talking because it's time for the unboxing. It is a small box. I'm not certain 100% what's in the box. I think I know what it is, but again, I never really know. Not never. Mostly never, kind of. About 100% of the time, I know what it is, maybe 50%. So, I screwed that saying up. It's really late right now, and I haven't slept, and I've been drinking a lot of coffee, so, you know, these things happen. Alright, let's see what's in here. So, the first thing we have is, the T800 Guardian, which has the extra stuff. Whoa, there's the lighting. There it is. Much better. So I'll be reviewing that very soon. See, he's got the battle damage on his chest, and he's got the alternate head in there. So that's pretty cool. I have a new lighting setup, so I can do this the way I have the new background and everything, and whatever. There's a light here now. It's kind of shining in this way, so when I push the figure forward like I used to, it's going to get dark, so I have to keep it. Anyway, let's move on. So the next one that's in the box is the one I'm most looking forward to, and that is Sarah Connor. Because who doesn't like some Sarah Connor from Terminator 2 Judgment Day? Really nice. You can see the figure on the back. Nice packaging with the window box, with the opening cover. So that's really cool. I love the way they're doing these packagings. And the figure looks pretty good. Some people have said it looks like Steven Tyler and that she looks like a dude. And if I'm being completely honest, I never found her particularly attractive in the first place, and I don't think these are particularly bad sculpts. I think they look alright. But she comes with some pretty awesome accessories, 3 interchangeable heads, and a lot of detail. So let's open it up and take a look. I'm not going to bother opening this one on camera right now because it's mostly the same figure as the one I already looked at, but I will be doing the review. So stick around for that. At some point on this channel, it will be available. Now, in the meantime, let's open this one up. You probably thought I was going to say keep collecting, but the video's not over yet. Ow. Cut myself. Alright, let's open it up. I just watched Terminator 2 Judgment Day the other day, by the way. That movie holds up really well. They did a really good job on that movie. The special effects are pretty fantastic, I have to say, and just a nice movie. Some people say, oh, it's so blue. It's so blue, I don't like it, it's grainy. Yeah, it's an old movie, and they shot it blue, but who cares? The Matrix was shot green. It still looks cool. So we have the one alternate head. Looks pretty good. I mean, sculpt-wise and paint-wise, it looks nice. Hopefully you can kind of see that if I do that a little bit. I like it. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because that's what the reviews are for, but I'm just going to give you my first impressions. Second head, I think, also looks pretty good. It looks like they did the metallic dry brush on the hair, which normally I'm not okay with a metallic paint for hair, which the Play Arts have done, and then it was like on the SH Figure Arts Luke Skywalker, which, by the way, I need one of those. I want one, so I'm going to try to pick one up when it gets reissued in the next couple weeks. But if I don't get one, and any of you have like a line on one for a good price, let me know. I think I'd like to add it to the collection, just because. Anyway, they did a dry brush with the metallic paint, and the dry brush makes it a lot less metallic looking, and it just gives the hair a certain sheen, which it's supposed to have. So that's a good thing. I think. I don't know. We'll see once I actually do the review. Alright, so I might have broken this. I just yanked on it and it broke off. No, it just unsnaps. Good design, because if that wasn't designed like that, I would have totally ruined it. Or did I? I don't know. Oh, I'm putting it on backwards. Alright, so we're looking at the shotgun accessory, which has some really nice detail. You can see it has the shotgun shells on the top there, the spare shells, and we have the collapsing stock. Although, the thing is, it doesn't have the hinge back here, so the folding stock, not collapsing, doesn't work actually. So you're going to want to leave it up there. But nice paintwork throughout, so that's pretty cool. We do also get the, is this 1911? Looks like a 1911 with a compensator maybe on the front. So that looks pretty cool. Nice detail there. And then we have... This is probably, I don't remember if it was full auto or not in the movie, but we have her M16 AR-15 style rifle, which also looks pretty darn good. So that's nice. And now let's take a look at the figure itself. Saved the figure for last. Let's see, what do we have to cut? Got my wire cutters handy because we've learned that doing it without them is a little tricky. Oh, that was good. Just one. That's nice. Alright. So, how are we going to do this? I'm always afraid I'm going to break something when they stick limbs through the plastic blister. Try saying that when you're in my situation. Alright, so this head obviously has the hat and her weird goggles, but it looks just like it did in the movie, so that's good. Lots of nice sculpt work throughout the body. I'll do it like this, so I don't need to. Lots of nice sculpt work. Looks pretty good. Lots of nice wrinkles and things, so that's nice. Skin tone looks pretty good. Maybe a little pink, but that might just be the lighting. The knife, it looks like it comes out of the holster. Does it? Or the sheath? It does. Knife comes out. That's a cool feature. I like that. And I've seen photos of her without her vest on, which I think we're probably going to save for... Does that come off like that? That looks glued. We're going to save that for the review so I don't ruin the figure on camera right now, but it does look really nice. Articulation-wise, looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. It should go nicely with my T2 T800, the Ultimate figure. So reviews for this coming soon. Reviews for the other thing coming soon. Let me know what you guys think about the first things I talked about as far as the reviews go, and as far as... Oh, the winner. Well, you don't have to let me know what you think about that unless you think it's awesome. Then that's cool. But otherwise, don't be mean. Don't be a jerk. That'll ruin the contest for everybody. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.